Hi everyone. In Tuesday's game, the Canes badly outshot the Hitmen, but lost. Last night, the Canes were badly outshot and lost again. There was no scoring in the first period, so let's get right to the action from the middle frame. Calgary power play and defenseman Janen Risling banked the puck in off of Alvin Blomqvist in front. 1-0 for the Hitmen, but the Hurricanes tied things up less than 4 minutes later. It's Axel Blomqvist in alone and deking Chris Drieger in the Hitmen net, and it is now 1-1. But the Hitmen regained the lead before the second period ended, and it's a blue liner turning the red light on. Alex Roach with his 6th, also unassisted, just squeaking it past Ty Rimmer. 2-1 Calgary after 40 minutes of play. 5 minutes to play in the third period. Hurricanes tied up on the power play. Calgary boy Tyler Wong got behind the Hitman D and scored his very first Western Hockey League goal. That tied the game at 2. Way to go, Tyler. And just when it looked like this game was heading to overtime, the Hitmen swarming the Hurricane zone. Rookie Jake Vertana beat Rimmer on the short side from a sharp angle with 27 seconds on the clock. The Hitmen have won 8 of their last 9. Lethbridge has dropped 4 straight. It's their longest losing streak of the season, and the players say it's something they can learn from.
Yeah, I think you could say that. I mean, I think we got away from what we were doing that was making us successful. So right now I think that we're just going to try and get back to that today in practice and try and carry that into tomorrow.
Teams always go through slumps, and you see it around the league. Any team could beat any team if they don't show up in this league. So, you know, we've learned from it, and we're learning from it, and we're going to have to show up big in the next couple games here in Red Deer.
Well, I think it just comes down to habits, and, you know, we weren't upset with our effort against Calgary the first game. But yesterday it just wasn't there, and that's unacceptable, and it starts in practice, and we got to get back to basics, and really all it is work for us.
And the Canes are in Red Deer tomorrow night. Now, the Kootenay Ice are not having the greatest season to this point, but they did have a good week last week and hope to carry that momentum into their 3-game U.S. Division road trip, which began in Seattle last night. The Thunderbirds were already up 1-0 when they broke in 3-on-1 less than 3 minutes later. Connor Honey scored a dandy. 2-0 Seattle. Connor Honey, love it. Third period now. The Ice did their best to hang around in this contest. Levi Cable with a shot. Rebound went to Jacob Rojashka, who buried it. Kootenay trailed 3-2 at that point, but then Luke Lockhart went to work for Seattle, scoring a pair of goals within a 74-second span. That goal made it 5-2 T-Birds. The Ice made it 5-3, but Seattle regained their 3-goal advantage here. Justin Hickman outmuscled his men in front to make it 6-3 Seattle, but the Ice just wouldn't go away. They kept clawing their way back. Jordan Boyd scored with less than 2 minutes to go in the third to make it a 6-4 hockey game. Now, the Ice pulled the goalie in an effort to tie this game up, but they couldn't do it. Alexander Delnov found the empty net to make the final score 7-4 Seattle. That snapped a 3-game win streak by the Ice, and Kootenay will play again on Friday afternoon in Portland. Well, it's only a partial victory for Team Spirit for the Calgary Stampeders. The symbol of Stampeders touchdowns will appear at the Grey Cup in Toronto after all. Well, sort of. Karen Drake, the rider of the Stamps touchdown horse, is now in Toronto to be at the Grey Cup. Her horse, Quick 6, did not go, as they always borrow a horse for these road trip occasions. Just don't expect to see Drake and the touchdown horse celebrating when Calgary scores.
The disappointing part is that we won't be able to run on the turf. So we will be there cheering them on from the one corner of the field. I'm not sure which corner it is, but we'll be there and we'll wave the flag when we score some touchdowns, and we're just thrilled that we got the go-ahead.
Drake left this morning, will leave first thing Friday morning on a chartered flight. She says she'll be borrowing a horse named Marty and that she's thrilled to be allowed to participate. And Drake wants to thank Stamps fans for speaking out on the issue, and many did.
Mm-hmm. Well, coming up next, we are going to give you a peek of one of the largest parades in the US of A that happened today.